Good morning, and I just wrapped up another solar install project. And boy, I gotta make this video quick because it's hot here in Florida and I'm already sweating. As you can tell, behind me is yet another Class B RV. This one is a 2024 Thor Tellaro. This one is built on the Ram ProMaster chassis. As with all Class Bs and even our RVs in general, space is always limited. So depending on the layout of the RV really determines what system can go into it. One of the things I installed on this one was the auto generator start. Let me give you a quick demonstration of it. So right now I'm going to manually start it. This will also enable the auto start functionality of the generator. So all the systems I install are Victron based, and that includes the Victron remote monitoring. And so it brings up a nice portal you can bring up on your phone as long as the system's on the internet. And so what I can do from here is I can bring up the controls for the generator, and I can click the start button and hit confirm. And now behind me here, in about 10 seconds, you're going to hear that generator fire up. It's going through the sequence of priming the generator, and then it's going to go ahead and start it. And there it goes. Generator is running. So you can manually start it, but you can also enable the rules to auto start the generator. So when the battery gets to a low state of charge, it can automatically charge up that generator. So let's go ahead and click the stop button on that generator. All right, so let's go on and get inside this RV and let me show you the system that was installed and where it was installed. Okay, so coming inside of this RV, space is limited. So I'm gonna kind of leave the camera where it is and give you the best angle I can from right where you're at. So here's the main entrance door. You come on in and then you're inside of the RV. In front of me, behind you, is where the captain chairs are, the driver and passenger seats are. Behind me is the RV. As you come down, you've got where the beds would be, as well as the bathroom behind me. That is the whole of the RV. Off here to my left is also the kitchen. Let me just swing the camera over. You can kind of see, kitchen is over here. So with these Class Bs, they typically put the lead acid or AGM batteries underneath, either in front or behind of the axle. In this case, they were in front. The last one, they were behind. So not really an ideal place for adding additional battery storage. So I needed to figure out where is the best place to put in here. And I'll show you underneath this bench seat here, or where the bed would be, if you lift it up, there was a storage, room for storage along the side here. Now, my client was willing to give up that storage because she really wants to be able to run this air conditioner for as long as possible. So that really was the determining factor of how much space I use of this compartment here. So let me zoom in here and show you what I installed and how I arranged everything in this compartment. Okay, so this is the storage compartment along the passenger side of the RV. As you can see, we had just enough width to get 3 Epoch 314 amp hour Eco Series batteries in here. I gave my client a choice. Do you want to go with 2 or do you want to go with 3? We talked about runtime and all that fun stuff and calculations. Ultimately, she chose 3 because she wanted to run her air conditioner for as long as possible and was willing to give up some storage space to accommodate that. So and then as you can see, there was just enough width to be able to mount the remaining components along the backside. So let me show you over here, starting from the right side. We have our Lynx distributor where all the loads are connected to, such as the inverter, the coach, or the house for the coach, as well as our alternator charging and solar charging. And then we have our BEP Battery Disconnect, and below it is our SmartShunt. Next to it is our Lynx Power In, and that is where all the batteries connect to. Scooching over a little bit, we have our PV disconnect, and then down below we have our Orion XS. That is our alternator charging. And next to this here is the breaker for the Orion, for the incoming power from the chassis. And then over here we have our auto generator start box. And then down below it, we have our solar charge controller. And I almost forgot, just down there, you can kind of see it is the Cerbo GX, which is what the touchscreen connects to. So in terms of battery capacity, so there's 942 amp hours of battery capacity, which is quite a bit for this small of an RV. Now, I didn't show you one thing yet, and you might be wondering, where did the inverter go? Well, let me come over here and I'll show you where the inverter was installed. On the driver's side, there's actually a panel here, and I will zoom in with some B-roll and show you what the inverter looks like. It's kind of crammed in there. It's very hard to see, but this one is a Victron MultiPlus. It's their 12 volt, 3000 VA, 2400 watt unit. I did not use the MultiPlus 2 because the size-wise just wouldn't fit in there. And that is actually where the factory inverter was located. So it ended up making a great spot to put the MultiPlus. Now, one of the things I'm going to show you over here is just thinking about my user is I know they gave up storage space. Now, the batteries only go so high, and so there's a lot of dead space. So what I wanted to do for my client was, how can we best leverage the remaining space? So let me zoom in here and I will show you what I ended up building for my client to help maximize the remaining space that's over here. Okay, so this is the storage space here. And as I said, there's a lot of dead space. So what I did to help out my client is I ended up making a little bit of a shelf. There's some cutouts that had to go in order to get this to fit in here, but it's a little bit of finagling. But now you can see there's actually a space here where she can actually store stuff, such as the table leg, which was actually originally in this compartment on the bottom. One of the last things I want to show you here is where I put the touchscreen. So again, going back to this old compartment, as you can see, the touchscreen was added to the end of it here. It is a bit on the low side, but when it comes to these touchscreens, they're handy to have, but it's not always necessary to have it at eye level because you can view it and see it from your phone as well. So this is kind of, hey, I don't want to pull out my phone or something doesn't seem to be right. I can have access to the system right here, right now, very easily. So coming in, looking at it, it's very nice because it shows you alternator charging coming in, solar coming in, your shore power status, your current inverter status. Here's our battery. We're at 90%. I've been running the air conditioner. Currently the AC is off, but it's saying I got 5 days left. You can see your AC load as well as your DC load. And if you come up here and click this top little button, that's where you can see your generator status. So auto start functionality is currently disabled, but you could also manually start it if you wanted to. So that, my friends, is the install I just completed on this 2024 Thor Tellaro Class B RV. Again, system specs is a Victron MultiPlus. It's their 12 volt, 3000 VA, 2400 watt inverter charger. We've got the three Epoch 314 amp hour lithium batteries, so 942 amp hours in total. We've got the Orion, the Victron Orion XS 50 amp DC to DC charging to recharge those lithium batteries when the engine is running. We've got a Victron solar charge controller because this coach came with about 400 watts up on the roof. That's why I didn't add any more because there was no more space. But I moved over to a Victron solar controller so it integrates with the system. We've got our Victron Cerbo GX for remote monitoring as well as remote support. So if my client is having issues or has a question or wants help with firmware updates, as my client, I can log in and I can help her out. One of the nice things about having a Victron Cerbo GX in the system. And then also that FJ Solar Products auto generator start. It's a really nice addition to any install where you have a Victron based system as well as a onboard generator. It works with the ONANs, it works with the RVMPs, it works with the NPS generators. Simple to install, easy to configure, and it's just reliable and it's easy to use. So if you're interested in getting a system installed on your RV, my contact details will be down below. If you want to order your auto gen start, go to fjsolarproducts.com. Thank you for watching and have a blessed day.